Hi guys, I'm Lillian.
And I'm Felipe.
And we are the Postmodern family.
We are Americans living in the UK searching for Great Britain.
We make 3 new videos every week and we would love it if you subscribe to our channel.
In this video, we're going to react to another Kenneth Williams interview. This time, he's commenting on the reason behind different accents through Europe and the world, really. Okay, so we have reacted to one Kenneth Williams
video where
he was telling a story.
He was impersonating Edna someone.
No, he was telling a story about a famous actress.
But he was impersonating her as she was telling.
Yeah, and the waiter that was waiting on them.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, we noticed in that one, he had a really posh accent. When we say
he was able to do accents quite well.
Yeah, so
this came up.
Like.
What about accents? Do you have any have you arrived at any conclusions about accents, about what shapes them?
I think probably it's a lot to do with climate. I think the fact that the northern countries, Scandinavian, use the mouth so much, and the German with the umlaut, and ich weiß nicht, was alles bedeutet, dass ich so traurig bin ein bisschen, all this sort of sounds, and the Scotch with and these guttural sounds. And the mouth is used much more in the north than it, say, is in the warm climate, the east, where in China and Japan, the lips hardly in
the
up
east.
there. And the French are sort of with this sort of nasal, isn't it? It's all whereas, and I think this climate has a lot to do with that.
Yes.
I think climate, and plus the fact that you get these curious idiosyncrasies. The fact that the generous R is so prevalent in the West Country. I think is I'm sure there's something to do with the fact that the Americans they sail from there, didn't they? The Plymouth lot. I think that's why the Americans they've got those lovely R's, because in the West Country they're still doing their R's right now, all that with the bond, don't they? And those generosity of vowels, tremendously generous vowels, aren't they?
Generous.
Whereas the English governing accent is not at all generous. It's frightfully clear. Abominable secretary. I mean, SEC is all you get. Secretary. My secretary. Abominable.
I don't even know what to say. Abominable.
When you get the whole thing given you, whereas the English, all this snob stuff's all pinched off. The middle class thing, that awful sort of, that awful frightful sort of, that one, du kan inte göra det, awful frightful, and it's so incredibly tight-assed. You think, oh,
Except that's how he sounds. Like that's like his accent. Yeah, I've commented before that I feel like his voice is so high, like up here in his.
But in those accents, he went down to a low register.
Yeah, so I wonder why he's used to speaking so high. I'm not sure.
So then, do you think it's true that it has to do with climate? I've never heard of that before.
I think some of it. I have heard of that in terms of like just the climate, like the air quality and things. But I didn't. He didn't make any
polluted
points.
Countries speak different.
I don't know. He didn't say what about the climate of France that made it more nasal or anything in the east and the north compared to the warmer. He said former. I don't know, but he's really good at imitating it. And obviously, it sounds like he knows words in those languages, German, French. I think that's the best way to derive an accent is to know some of the words and just start saying it and feeling what that's like in your mouth.
So if you say the language, then you can speak English with that accent
easier. Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Because I struggle to speak English with a Hispanic accent.
I do struggle with the Chinese one as well. I don't do that very well at all. But like if you speak English with an Italian accent, but all you basically do is read it like you would if it was in Italian, I think it's quite convincing. Like if you look at something and you just pronounce the vowels. I think that's something special about the Italian language, though, because their vowels are very, like Spanish, very uniform. A's are always So, I don't know. He didn't do any Italian, though. Too bad.
Yeah. How would that fall into his categorizations?
I think generosity as well, because the Italians are very generous with their vowel sounds are very open.
Yeah.
And they take a long time on them
So is that
sometimes.
So that's a Southern, but the English governing class, which tends to be a Southern thing.
Southern England.
Yeah,
though,
Southern England.
Which is different.
But he said West Country was very generous.
Generous, yeah.
And West Country is South.
Wales, right?
No, Cornwall, Devon.
Oh,
That's
but
West
that's
Country.
not West. Wales isn't West as well. It is.
I don't think it's
West.
considered West Country.
West
they can
Country.
correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think so.
But then he looped it in with like the American West.
Yeah, because they came from Plymouth, which is in the West Country, Cornwall.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you think generous vowels means generous people?
I don't know.
Do you think they're more friendly in the West Country?
Yeah, they tend to be, yeah.
And then, like he said, with the Northern or whatever, they're just less generous.
Someone keeps commenting, not someone, but several people keep commenting that the way I say Britain is without enunciating the T, aspirating
Correct,
the T.
yeah.
And I think most Americans say Britain that way, don't
Yeah, we don't aspirate our T's, Britain.
they? Yeah, Britain. It's not.
You're not trying to copy like
a certain
Cockney
fast
accent or something.
Yeah. It would be weird for me to say Great Britain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I do. I think I do now.
Yeah.
I pronounce all of my T's now.
I still don't.
Almost all of my T's.
Like, would you say Plato instead of Plato?
If I was speaking to a Brit, I would say Plato.
Have you read Plato?
But
His
what would you say?
Republic?
Plato?
Yeah, I would say, have you read Plato?
That sounds like Play-Doh.
To the British ear, but to the American,
That's why you
know.
have to, for the consideration of our British friends, speak so that clearly.
I won't change.
I use all of their lingo, like rubbish,
But
garage.
victorious, Americans would enunciate that T.
That's right.
So if it follows a consonant, the T, it's always aspirated, right?
I think so. Yeah.
You
It's
wouldn't
usually-
say victorious.
No, it would be if it's in between two vowels.
Yeah.
That's when you tend to drop it and make it more like a D, a dull.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Between two, so two
Yeah.
T's between vowels also is true. Matter. But we say matter, whereas some of the Brits will say like they just totally drop. There's no D in there either. It's just
Matter. Matter.
Matter.
Matter.
Matter.
Matter.
The R is the hard thing, I think, for me. How do they pronounce matter? The ER part of it. I don't know.
It does not matter.
You know what I find really interesting is when they teach the letter R in phonetics,
Do
they just say ah, like this is the letter ah, and it's just like a vowel? Because we would teach it letter R,
But it's not that they never use that sound.
They
like,
do use the sound.
Return.
But the name of the letter is the letter ah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Right?
Yeah, they say ah.
Isn't that
Ah.
like no, it's R.
Yeah.
Because what's the difference between ah and like the sound ah? I don't get it. Anyway, it's just strange to me, like these. But that's what they do. That's the way
Do you know of any modern day person who can switch accents like that? So
there's
easily.
some people, but I don't know them off the top of my head. Yeah, I am fascinated by accents. I really like that lady on YouTube from Anglophenia, but she's I forgot her name, but she's not doing that anymore. Like she's not putting out new content on that channel anymore. But she did a really great like visual map of accents, and then she demonstrated them as you traveled through the UK, which is cool. Yeah, I like that one. Anglophenia. Thanks for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment below and let us know other things you'd like us to react to.
If you like what we do, you can buy some apparel. You can buy some merchandise. There's t-shirts, there's mugs, tote bags, and we should have some new ideas out there anytime soon. You can buy one, perfect gift to your loved one or to yourself. teespring.com/stores/the-postmodern-family.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.